Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back for another video. Now, if you haven't guessed from the thumbnail already, today we are going to be talking about one of my just favorite champs in this entire game, and that is Arix, the Smoke Queen of the Knights Rev, and I absolutely love this champion. Now, why do I like her, how do you get her, and how do you build her? Simple, I like her really because she's free. Everyone is going to get this champion. You have to log in for something like, I think it's 750 days, so it's not something you're going to get quickly, but generally speaking, by the time you do get her, you've probably got a pretty solid understanding of this game, and you'll know that, well, you can kind of put her anywhere and she's going to do really, really well. But before we move forward, I just want to let you know that in the description of this video, there is a promo code. This will allow you a fresh start in raid with champions such as Elenaril, Uugo, Fayne and Tagoar, and if you want to do that, just follow these instructions. Log out of Plarium Play on your PC and uninstall the game. Then click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch raid, complete your tutorial, go to your inbox and claim your first champion. Don't miss your chance for an absolutely massive head start in this game with some of the best free champions that you can be given. Just click the link in the description and get your goodies right now. So why do I like Arix and how are we going to build her? Like I say, she's free, that really helps, and actually she's just a demon when it comes to wave-based content, and I won't go too deep into her kit, but everything she does is an AoE. She has a potential to put out a stun on her A2, and actually the beauty of her kind of lies in her passive, and what it means is that anytime someone on your team inflicts a critical hit on the enemy, and this includes Arix herself, Arix's turn meter gets boosted by 5%. This is massive. What it means is that you can kind of ditch the speed on her, because the whole time that you're fighting, she's just going to get boosted, and you will find that she starts to lap some of your faster champs in your team. The other thing that I think makes her very unique is actually that she's capable of soloing Spider, even Spider 10 in good gear, without actually a need for a regeneration set. And what is happening with that is to do with her mastery. So as you'll be able to see, I've gone down the offense tree and the defense tree, but the way that we get this champ to solo is the skill in the defense tree called Harvest Despair, and what that means is 60% chance of placing a leech whenever she places stun. So when it comes to Spider, you've got all the little spiderlings, she puts a stun out on tons of them, puts some leech out there, and no matter what damage she takes, she's constantly just going to be healing herself back up. Also, if you want a little bit of an emergency heal, you have got Life Drinker, which means that when she drops below 50%, she's going to heal 5% of her damage. Also really cool. So let's talk about build, and I know she's a free champ and I've got her in a dirty pay to win set. I get that, but the reason for that is I just love this champion and I think she does so good that she's actually worth good gear. When it does come to building Arix, the stat priority is incredibly simple. You want to take into account the passive as the #1 priority, so you're going to need her with 100% crit rate before you do anything else with her. Then as a secondary, you want to stack HP. That obviously gives her damage and it's going to up her survivability. Then you can focus accuracy is really handy, crit damage just to get more out of her, and then finally focus on things like speed, defense, and just anything you can to keep her alive. With the relic, I've gone for the Talon. There are plenty of other relics you can put on her. I just wanted to bump that crit damage and I wanted that little bit of extra HP, plus 10% more damage, never hurts. So let's take her through Spider. Now, it's not the quickest run. I think it takes roughly around a minute, but what you will see is the kind of synergy between her passive and the masteries working kind of really nicely in unison with each other. You'll see above her here when she hits, all of this boosted turn meter. She's just a machine for speed without the need for speed, which is just, I think this makes her very unique. And if you took any other champion into a dungeon and you wanted to do solo content, you would probably need some pretty top tier regen and immortal gear to pull this off without just dying. So as you can see, she hits. She's hopefully now going to put out her stun. Yep, you can see the leeches are up. So next time she hits, she gets a heal. It's a really cool and really simple little mechanic, and you can essentially exploit a boss like the Spider, use it like I'm doing here for farming food, and hopefully a couple more hits. We need a few spiders. Like I say, it usually takes around about a minute. There you go, 1 minute 3. Hardest stage in Spider. soloed by a free champion. You can't really go wrong with her. So where else am I using Arix and why? We're going to go to Doom Tower. A new rotation has just started, so I can't yet show you the later stages, but what I was playing around with yesterday is I just chucked her into hard mode as a solo just to see if she's capable of blitzing her way through the waves. Obviously affinity is going to come into play quite a bit, but as you can see, every time she hits, she's smacking back and she's just nuking absolutely everyone. It's almost a cheat code of a champion, and I just kind of enjoy watching her just slaughter waves. Faction Wars Hard isn't Knight's Rev for today, so I can't show you that there, but most of the time she's pretty much one-shotting a lot of the waves on the lower stages, but you know, build her tough and she'll do more damage. So I'll leave this running in the background just while I cover a couple of things. If you had logged in and checked her ratings maybe about 3 or 4 months ago before Raid did the reset on the ratings, you would notice that she was really kind of valued not high by anyone. She was like 3.5 for this, maybe 4 for that. Just no one really valued her. And then I noticed a lot of people started making videos on her that were just showcasing that she is a bit of a demon. And if we look at her ratings now, you'll see she's like, you know, 4.8, 4.9. It looks like people are starting to recognize her value. But what I noticed in the account takeovers I did, everyone seemed to have her in the vault. And it, to me, seems like such a waste to get such a good free champion and just not use her, when, as you can see, she's actually capable of soloing a lot of content, especially if it's wave-based. And you'll see that she's doing buff removal, she's self-turn meter boosting. They just don't have a chance. Another place I really like to use her is in Arena, mainly in Live Arena, because no one really expects her to be as powerful as she is. If you build a sort of tanky go second style team, more often than not, the enemy is not going to ban your Arix. They're going to ban maybe someone a bit more headline. She gets smacked, she counterattacks, and the enemy really wish they'd made better life decisions. But another way to use her is in a sort of blend style comp. And obviously all that means is just go first, use 2 AoEs and a ally attacker, which we will do here. And she just blitzes through everyone. It is kind of fun. You'll see here. There you go. It's an easy win. She does a ton of damage. I know Marius is in here as well, but it's kind of the same principle. Go for a tanky team, see what work she can do. Yeah, we got lots of debuffs. We got, buffs. We've got some stone skins out there. We're going to go with the A1 because we might just be able to strip some of those buffs. Not this time. Hopefully Marius will finish the day. Oh, you gotta love Netcrat. Like I say, one of the biggest advantages of her is she's HP based, so when she gets hit, she's not just going to die, and that is really, really helpful. There we go, 200k damage. It is a bit of a no-brain champion. So there's not actually a lot more I can say about this champion. I would just say build her, don't vault her. She's going to help you pretty much anywhere you put her. You can even run her in Hydra. Because she's got AoE on her A1 and A2, you could even think about building her in kind of unique sets. You've got stun set, cursed set, there's the provoke set, I think it's called provoke, yep. You could even put her in toxic. You could build her in savage and maybe retaliation for more A1s. She's just incredibly versatile. So if you're not using her, give her a go. I promise you she is absolutely worth it, and I would invest some time and, you know, some of your best gear in her. If you're struggling to progress through any wave-based content, bring her in. She might just surprise you. So yep, little video for me today. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you get her out the vault and use her, let me know in the comments below if you got good results out of her. I've got more videos coming up later in the week, so please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.